that's me. I'm just another Chris.
Hey, welcome in. Yes, new schedule, live every single Monday starting at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So for those that are watching the replay, why don't you join in on the next live stream happening next Monday? Or I should say, every single Monday, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Plus, secrets, not really secret, surprises more accurately. I'll go live randomly throughout the week, but you can guarantee every single Monday, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Hope to see you here. And shout out to everybody in the comments. Thank you so much for joining in. And I've got a fun little topic that I thought about talking about today. And that is some of the strangest cameras I own. I have a bunch. And I'm going to show you 3 of just some random ones I just decided to show you today. And if you guys like this, I'll do another one. Show off some of the other ones. Now, the title of the video says strangest instant cameras that I own. I'm lying on one of them. One of them is actually a digital camera, but it's pretty unique. I've done a video on it. You have seen it before. Actually, I think you technically may have seen some of these before in the past, but it was years ago, and then maybe you weren't around in those days, and maybe you missed that video, so I wanted to talk about them today. So if you have any questions about the cameras I'm showing, or as always, if you have any questions about anything, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Let's chat. Hello, Tim. Great to see you. Rexford. Rexford or Rexford? I'm gonna say Rexford. How's it going? How are you doing? Chicken Hip. What's going on, Chicken Hip? Sorry, Grumpy. Don't know what to tell you. Don't know what to tell you, bud. But welcome and thank you so much for tuning in. Well, I guess it's just no pleasing you. I guess your name is appropriate. Some of you don't get off work till 6. Well, that's why I decided to do it at 3, because I figure most people are off at 5. And then at 6, it gives you an hour. Sorry if you're not off work at 6, but maybe you can tune in during one of my surprise ones throughout the week. But I think early afternoon is when I'll be doing my live streams moving forward, because it tends to be the best for most people. So thank you so much for attempting to try to join in. But let's start off with the first camera. And the first camera, I did a video on this in the early days of this channel, so you may have missed it. That's why I want to talk about it again, because it's pretty weird, it's pretty strange, it's pretty unique, and it wasn't necessarily meant to be in the hands of the public, like the consumer public, I should say. It was meant for the workforce. A lot of different facilities or businesses or agencies used this camera. And yes, I'm talking about the Polaroid SLR5, or I think that's the actual name of it. Oh, excuse me, the SLR Macro 5. That's more accurately. This thing is crazy. Look at this. Most commonly used in the dental field of the day. It shoots Spectra film, so sadly you can't really shoot it easily these days unless you have a Spectra film, or if you have a Spectra pack, you can actually reload it with 600 film and actually shoot it with it. It's pretty cool. It's crazy. It uses these like light bulbs inside that project a beam, and there's 2 dots, and you are the focus. You walk back and forth. You move it back and forth like this and wait for those dots to like align, and then you can take your photo because then you're in focus. And it has multiple lenses on the top here. Let me go overhead here for you so you can see what I'm talking about. But over here, oh, it's slightly out of focus. Let me focus this up for you. There we go. Look at that. You've got a dial to change the focus, and this one right here, where is it? Is it this one? This one. I think it's this one. Let me verify. Yes, this one right here is a 1-to-1 ratio. It's exactly a 1-to-1. So if you shot it with a Polaroid photo or shot with a Spectra photo, it would be exact size in real life that is presented on the film, which is pretty sweet. Most cameras obviously can't do that. But you got this little dial to choose, and then what's happening is just literally on like a cycle. I don't know if you can actually see it in there as I turn this. Oh, there you go. You can see it twist and change the lenses. Pretty crazy. Now, one of the strangest that I have for sure. Over here on the back, you have a couple of options. You have the power, and then here's the thing: you have actually not only flash control on or off, but you have like flash intensity. You can change how bright it's going to be or how blinding it'll be. And I believe this is also for the flash too, which is pretty cool. And over here, you can set your date. You can like timestamp it on your photo and external flash. And I think you could technically hook this up to a computer, if I remember right, with Wizardry. Now, the flash is actually powered by AA batteries. I should probably make sure there aren't any in here so they explode. Or so they don't explode. Look at me, I'm terrible. I left batteries in here. Let's fix that. But in here, these are the batteries. Here's a little compartment for the battery. But pretty cool, pretty cool. They gotta remake that camera. It really is. So the thing is, it wasn't meant for, like I said, public, like consumption. No, that's not the right word. It wasn't meant for the general public. That's why it doesn't have a fun name, like, you know, like all the Polaroid Sun 660, like something like that. It's literally just so bland. Polaroid Macro 5 SLR. It's all the information that you need because it was for the like industry work. You would have seen this being used by the police, like crime scene. I wish I should queue up a CSI button on here, because in the video I always play the CSI sound when I mention it. It's like a running joke. But so like CSI would use it. Dental offices would use it. I just knocked over some stuff. Who else might use it? Like industrial work. So if you're trying to take pictures of like nuts and bolts or parts or something, you can actually shoot this and have it as 1-to-1 scale of the day. But yeah, it was meant for that type of work, not for photographers to go and try and shoot and make YouTube videos about. But yeah, it's pretty cool and strange and gigumbus. New word of the day, gigumbus. But yeah, I picked this up back in like 2020, 2021. Did a video on it, full breakdown. I should have left a link in the description. I did not do that for these, because I originally was just going to show you all the cameras I have that I think are weird. But I'm like, you know what? I'm only going to show a couple, and then I can do another video later if you guys want to see it. But let me get this back in there. I'll do it later. It's kind of jammed in there. But that's the first camera. It's pretty fun. I need to shoot with it more, but the problem is I have to like plan ahead for it. I have to preload my packs of film to be able to even shoot it in there. And getting full spread, it's tough because it's not the way the photo will eject out of there, because it's a 600 film. It doesn't take up the full pack. So you don't always get a full spread coming out of it, but it's still pretty fun. And I want to check it out. Oh, good point. Like DMV, they probably would have used it. Maybe, but even then, I don't know if they would have used it, because they were using the passport camera and it was a pack film camera. Because then they can shoot 4 photos onto one and they would just cut them all out and then make your passport. But I guess anything's possible. I really don't think they would. They would have used it there. If you know more than I do, let me know. But yes, this was a dental camera, taking pictures of like people's teeth and stuff. There's attachments for it too that I don't have. You can click on there and then you can get in really deep into the mouth with like another mirror system to be able to take pictures of the backs of your teeth, which is pretty unique. But yeah. Come on, send comment. Actually, they should probably focus on improving film. That is more appropriate. That is definitely what they should be doing. Can't wait for the year 2088 when the Impossible project brings back iZone. Yeah, that would be really fun if they would bring back some of those other things. But the iZone, that'd be fun. I think I'd rather see the Captiva film, or like was it Polaroid 500 film? I think it was. I'd rather see that come back first than iZone. iZone's cool and unique, but it's so small. It's smaller than GoFilm, so that's what I would rather see. I was typing in a CSI comment as you mentioned that. yeah. I should, just for the heck of it, I think I'll do that. I'll add the CSI button next time, even though it only gets brought up when I talk about this camera. So I only have it. Who knows how many times we're ever going to talk about that camera again. But it does come in handy, I guess. So I'll probably have to look into that. This one on eBay now for $279 for the macro camera. I leave it up here, but it takes up so much room. It blocks everything. Look at it. And I don't have my lighting quite set up for something this large. That's what she said. But, dang. I think I paid $40 for that back in 2020 or 2021, somewhere in there. But dang, maybe I should sell it. That's gone up quite a bit. Quite a bit. They use the mini portrait camera. Are you talking about the pack film, Polaroid pack film for passport stuff? I think that's what you're mentioning. If so, then yes. I just want instant film to be cheaper. Well, it won't happen. Simple as, well, everyone's already paying $20 for a pack of film. Actually, they were paying less than that. It went up like $2 a couple of years ago. So it already went up once, and we're willing to pay that. No sense in going back, right? Because we've already told Polaroid we're willing to pay for it. So that won't happen. I think the iZone would be a well and modern instant market. It would work well for those like Instax Mini, but I mean, yeah, but man, that's what the Polaroid Go is for. And it's bigger film, and people are already complaining about the size of that. iZone is much smaller. Excuse me. Everyone compares like the Polaroid Go film as like stamp-like film, but yet iZone is legitimately almost the size of a stamp. I mean, it's a little bit bigger, but not by much. iZone film was super small. Super fun. I never really fully got to experience it. I remember it being around and have friends seeing it and having it back when I was in like, high school, middle school and high school. But I never had one of my own. I did a video on one. I picked one up, and I had hopes for it because it was still brand new sealed with a pack of film, but it didn't work. Spoiler alert. If you watch that video, I didn't get any shots. Yeah, the DMV, exactly. That's what we were talking about. That's that camera. There's one on eBay. Why am I getting double stuff? I think I pushed the wrong button. Oh no, it's pushing the wrong. What's going on, computer? Why is it sending the wrong ones? It's not even working now. What's happening? Let me try it again. It keeps putting the wrong one. What is going on? All right, well, I guess that's not working. Richie says, what are your thoughts on external viewfinders? I saw a 28mm one on Amazon. What do you mean external viewfinders? I don't think I'm familiar with external viewfinders. Are you talking like monitors? External viewfinders. I really don't know what you're talking about. Let's see if the comments work now. Hey, it's working for yours. It just isn't like Richie's. Oh, now it's working for Richie's. The sticky back iZone especially. Yeah, it was fun. I just don't see it coming back. We're lucky to get Go Film. We're lucky that Go Film's still around. I wish they would do more with it. And in the previous live stream, I've talked about challenging myself and doing a video series where I shoot solely with one camera for like that week. And I will be doing it, but it won't be until the beginning of the new year, and I'll be starting with Polaroid Go because I got a lot of film I need to shoot up and get rid of. Not get rid of, shoot it and use it up. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. But that was the first camera. Feel free to leave more comments about it if you want. But let's move on to the second one. And these two I'm about to show you they have twists to them. Again, one of them being a digital camera. But this one is the first twist. I've never actually done a video on it, but somebody else has that you know and love. That is Noptop. And he actually came on to a live stream, and we talked about it because he had discovered something pretty sweet, pretty cool, that you can utilize this like outside of its normal capabilities. Or normal function, I should say. And so he did a video on that on his YouTube channel, and I had him on and we talked about it. And that is this. This is the Keypix. This isn't an official camera. This is an Instax Mini phone picture taker, if you will. You put your phone on there. It's like the Polaroid Lab. So why am I talking about this? Well, Dave from Noptop YouTube channel, he found that this can be used as a macro camera, like extraordinarily well, and I very much enjoy using this with it. It's honestly my favorite Instax like mini camera, if you will, just because you're using it outside of what you're supposed to be. But this tape I have right here is the focusing. This tape is where the little like place where you put your phone is. I measured it out, so I know where the focus is. So I can actually find what I want to take a picture of, line this up kind of like this. Wait, is that even in? Can you see that? Do I have light facing it? Let me do it this way. Hopefully you can see that. But yeah, you point it like this, move this out of the way, and then you snap your photo, and you get a sweet macro shot. Now, lining it up is tricky because you can't actually see a frame. There is a selfie mirror on here, but it's supposed to help you line up your shot with your phone. It kind of helps in some situations. But yeah. And yeah, I shoot some Instax mini film. It's sweet. No batteries required. But this thing is super fun, and it's pretty inexpensive. I think it's like $30 or something like that. That's not even expensive. But man, it's so much fun. It's no batteries. You hand crank it to eject the photo, and when you eject the photo, since it's just this little knob, you have to like stop and go, and sometimes it leaves a little bit of like lines in your picture. So what I found is you just grab it and hold the knob and just turn the camera itself. Use this as leverage and just spin it, and you don't get those lines. And it takes some sweet photos. I actually have example shots. Give me 1 second. It's right over here. I will be right back. Stay tuned. Your call is very important to us. Right here. Okay, found it. Oh gosh, did I post that last year? These are my Instagram books, and I think I'll talk about these in a future video / live stream. So you're getting a sneak peek. But I decided to take all my Instagram posts and put them into a book. And I think it's super fun. And I know I posted some on Instagram. I can't remember what year it was. This is 2021 and 2022. This is last year's. Pretty sure I posted it last year. I'm pretty sure. But feel free to leave some comments while I bore you with looking through this. Oh wait, is that it? I think I found it. Yeah, here we go. So let me fix the focus because I set it for the camera. All these photos came from that Keypix camera. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Like, it's so incredible. Like, look at the bokeh, the depth of field, if you will, the lens blur. This is actually a double exposure. I was messing with it, and it kind of came out cool. Of Leonardo. That's his double blades. I thought it was kind of neat. And then, of course, that's Dustin from Stranger Things, little Funko Pop. But man, isn't that just fantastic? Sharp, crisp macro shots. So freaking sweet. Yeah, so it's super strange. It's a unorthodox way of using this phone scanner, essentially, or phone picture taker. But it's fun. It's cool. I recommend it. You can find them on Amazon too. I think that's where I got it. It's like $30. I did not post links. I wish I had. I was trying to figure out how to line this back up in here. And then, you know, at the end of the day, you still have a iPhone or whatever phone you got. Phone scanner. Why won't it go in? There we go. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Instax Mini. Super strange. And fun. Wow, I just turned my iPad off. Go back. We guys are having a little conversation. Let me join in. I have a viewfinder on my Instax Mini. Viewfinder? What are you talking about? It doesn't add a lot of function other than being able to point. I'm not sure I'm not following. Would you use an SLR or Polaroid Go camera regularly? Yes, I totally would. And I've voiced this many times that I would love a SLR. Excuse me. Let me back up. A miniature version of an SX70 camera. Not even if it's an SLR. If it's just like a Model 3 version. So a Model 3 version, if you guys don't know, it's kind of a why does it exist? But it does. It's the same camera, same function, except for that you don't look through the lens at all. You just look through this part and it goes straight through the top. I would love a Polaroid Go equivalent that folds up, because it would legitimately fit in your pocket at that point. And the best camera is the one you got with you, right? I would carry it everywhere. That'd be so much fun. Also, do you think modern version of the Polaroid Pop Shot would sell well? Pop Shot, you're talking about that disposable camera? Their answer, or their attempt? I don't think so, just because, I mean, they tried to release that in an era when film photography was still sort of at its like peak, and it didn't do well. So I don't know if it would work well today. It's possible, because it's very niche, it's very different, and hipsters love that sort of thing. But man, the cost of it would probably be really expensive. But Polaroid doesn't like to recycle. So I don't know how they'd handle that, because the idea, if you don't know what the Pop Shot is, it was their answer to disposable cameras, where you bought it. It would come with a mailer to ship the camera back when you were done shooting it, and it came preloaded with 10 photos of like the Captiva film or the 500 film, and literally you just put it back in and throw it in a mailbox and you were done. But I just don't think it was expensive at the time too. I think it was like $18, $20 of the day, which was still pretty expensive. But I don't see Polaroid ever doing that again. More merch coming soon, possibly. I mean, there's a couple things I'm kind of cooking up. New photo book. Oh yeah, so these photo books, I'm not sure if I'm selling. I'm going to do a video talking about them. Maybe I'll do like a super limited release of them. They were just something that I wanted to have for myself, because how often, I mean, because nowadays most of us utilize Instagram as kind of like our photo album. Like you put like your best and favorite photos and you post them on Instagram. But how often are you going and looking at your Instagram page? How often are people going and looking at your Instagram page, like scrolling through them? Probably not very often. I mean, sometimes I'll do it with mine and dig back, but having to wait for it to load, and it's very annoying. So what I started doing was taking my Instagram posts and turning them into books. And so that way they're like little coffee table books. I can put them on the table. Like not too long ago, I brought this over to show my mom, because she's not on Instagram, and she's like, well, I didn't know you even did this. So she's like flipping through it, and it just sees all of the instant photos, primarily Polaroid, because I'm mostly a Polaroid guy. Not much after the next year though, that's for sure. But yeah, so just a way to visually and plus see like your photos kind of blown up. They're a little bit bigger than you normally would have seen them. And it's, you know, not even that necessarily a big of a book, but they're pretty cool. But the cost of making them is pretty high. I mean, it's not that high to just make one off for yourself, but to sell them, I just don't see people willing. I don't know. Maybe let me know, because it would be pretty expensive to make something like this and sell it. It's like probably would be like over $60, and I don't know if people are willing to pay that for something like this. I can't remember exactly. I gotta tell. Once I make this year's, which is wrapping up, I'll do a video about this in the new year, kind of showing these off. Maybe do a short pre-run one time and be done, but I don't know. Mostly just for myself, and then to maybe show you guys so you can make your own. Would you say that's a better macro than the Polaroid Lab? So 100% yes. Polaroid Lab, you can do it, and I've done it, and I demonstrated it, and I did a video talking about it. But it's a lot more difficult to do. The Polaroid Lab has these two sensors on the top that you have to kind of press down with your fingers, get in there, and then try. It's way more difficult. And plus, the lighting source you have to be so close. This one works super well because there's nothing obstructing the lens when it's open. You have all this free space, so you can light the scene really, really well. The Polaroid Lab doesn't. The lens is pretty much shielded the whole time, and it's very difficult to do it. You can do it outside. That's literally like on a sunny day. It's probably the best situation to be able to pull it off on. But the Keypix does a really good job, and you saw them. This sharp, crisp, beautiful. Yeah, I love it. I need to go shoot some more of it with that. That's like the only way I like to shoot Instax Mini, to be honest. It's just fun. As I'm prepping my fancy model paint set with mixing balls. Thanks for the tip. Polaroid. What do you mean? Wait, hang on. Prepping my fancy model paint set. What model paint set? Let me know. What are you talking about? Thanks for the tip. Are you talking? Which one are you talking about? I don't remember. Model 3, my beloved. I've never shot with one. I've held one. I've never shot with one. It just seems like an atrocity. Like, how do you focus? How do you focus it? Connects to the Mini Evo cold shoe so you can look through it instead of using the built-in screen. Oh, interesting. I've not seen that before. I mean, it wouldn't. The framing would be completely off because it wouldn't line up. But it would give you a better feel of shooting with the camera. That'd be cool. That is one of my complaints with it. Do I have? Actually, I have it right here. It's one of my complaints. I would love to be able to look through it and shoot with it. That'd be fun. But yeah, you put an external, it's not gonna be lined up perfectly. But sure, go for it. It'd be fun. Wait, did I skip over that one? No, you're talking about the pop shot. I thought it said something about me selling that. Okay, so the next camera is a very, very unique one, and I've done a video on it a couple years ago. Most of these are pretty old videos I've done in the past. Kind of want to try talk about them right now, because a lot of people have come and go. They may not see some of the old stuff. So this camera is a digital camera. It is not an instant film camera whatsoever. A little twist, a little curveball. Thought it's just more of an honorable mention. I thought it'd be kind of fun, and I've got some other ones. Then, if you guys like this series and you guys want to. No, it's not really a series. Would you like to see me turn into a series? That's what kind of where I'm getting at. Talk about some of the strange cameras that I find, or talk about whatever it is. Let me know, and maybe we'll continue doing it. But this one, I picked up like early 2020. I don't think I did the video until 2021. I even took this to it like a special location that matches this particular camera, and that is. Whoops. And that is the Lego camera. Yeah, this right here is a Lego digital camera from like the early 2000s. It's pretty fun. It's pretty cool. I took it to Legoland and shot some photos with it, and you can see that video. It's super weird and super cool. But you can literally build onto it. And I meant to do that, but like I could build onto it and like turn it into like a giant camera. I think that would just be pretty fun. But it takes interesting photos. The only way to get them off is you plug it into the computer via like a micro USB, but not. That's like the old style one, the big boy micro. Crazy, but yeah, it has a screen on the back. Battery. I'm surprised the battery still holds up. I haven't used this in a long time. The flash on this thing, surprisingly, is ridiculously bright. It actually is almost useless when you are shooting like up close to somebody. So if someone's a couple of feet away, it will completely just ghost them. It is way overpowered for what this is, but it is quite a conversation starter. Sometimes I haven't used it in a while, but I've taken it to like jobs that I've been on and just popped it up and started shooting it. They're like, "What is this?" And it's just a conversation starter. Makes yourself memorable when you're at these types of jobs. Gets people to remember, maybe to hire you next time. I do this with this camera, and I've done a lot with with another camera that I've done a video on. It's the soda can camera. That's another one that it's a film camera, 35mm. It's my Coca-Cola camera. And that's another one that people like stop and look and want to talk to you with or talk about. So this thing is so strange. There is a video camera as well with them they made, and also a MP3 player in the series. And the MP3 player I think is like really expensive. There's two versions of this one too in my research. There's a 4 gigabyte and an 8 gigabyte, or is it a 2 and 4 gigabyte? I don't remember, but I know I have the largest sized one just by accident. But yeah, it doesn't come apart either. I tried. I was like, oh, I can pull this apart. I mean, they are bricks for the most part, but they don't come apart. The camera will just disassemble itself. But it's pretty unique and different and weird, and I love it. Especially with my background. If you guys don't know, I know I've talked about it before. I used to own a retail store, but prior to owning my store, I worked at a Lego store. Not an official Lego store. This was in the early days of 2012. 2012. 2012. Yeah, I think it was 2012. Yep, and it was a store called Bricks and Minifigs. They turned it into a franchise and eventually sold a bunch of them across the country, even Canada. But I worked there for several years, and then I eventually opened my own store. But I have a big connection to Lego, and so when I saw this, I had to have it. The other camera I want to have is the Legoland Polaroid 600 camera. One day, but man, that's an expensive one. It's an expensive one. It works to a point, no pun intended. Nice. As we all know, thanks to Super Sense's efforts, 100 Type is making a bit of a comeback. Do you think the future efforts will revive Square Cousin 80 Type? No, all that stuff's gone. Even the stuff from Super Sense, it isn't new. It's all like new old stock, basically. It's just all expired film that they're just repurposing to try and make pack film come back. But no one's actually manufacturing new film from scratch, as far as I know. I haven't looked into that topic in most of this year. I've been focused on some other stuff. But as far as I know, no one's manufacturing any brand new film to be able to make that. It's all being cut down from this giant stock of sheet film, or whatever it's called, like 20 by 20 film, and then they're using pods from the 8 by 10 Polaroid film to make it, which is cool. But once that's gone, it's gone. Then what next? Nothing. Make a series called Chris's Crazy Cameras. Well, that implies that they're like I own, like I've created them, right? But that would be kind of fun. A nice alteration. Nice. Crazy that the LCD screen on the Lego camera seems more responsive and fluid than the one on the Instax Mini Evo. Well, I mean, this one's old, so like you have to look at it straight on. If you turn it off to the side, it's all nasty. There's that. But yeah, it works pretty good. I had to turn it off because the battery actually was going dead. It was flashing the battery once I was like looking at it, so I can't even really demonstrate it. The reason for the 800 type question is because a fair few of my friends have 80 types just hanging around. They're really common. If some random company is like, we're gonna fork out millions of dollars to recreate these machines. Actually, it'd be more than the millions because people would have to reinvent it to figure out how to do it, and a lot of those processes and are illegal to even make anymore. They were grandfathered in, and then if they ever stopped making them, then they couldn't do it anymore. That's the whole thing with Polaroid. They can't use the original formula because it was outlawed from the formula, but since Polaroid was using it before the outlaw, they were grandfathered in, but then they went bankrupt, and then Impossible Project bought them, and then they couldn't use it, so they had to reinvent the wheel. so for like pack film and all that stuff is similar. And the machines that was making that stuff, it was facilities, giant facilities, warehouses of machines to be able to make that, and that's millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars. Heck, might even be more to think about it, to rebuild all that and recreate the wheel, and then figure out how to recreate the formula to make the chemistry for the film. The market just isn't there anymore. There's us. We're like the 0.1 percenters that want it. That's not enough to warrant a company to make that. It would be 100 years maybe before they make a profit. Or they would just have to charge like $100 per pack or something astronomical to be able to justify making it. And I don't think any of us, the general public, wouldn't be willing to pay that. So the handful of us would, but not enough. Does that make sense? The Sun 660 is a great camera. Fantastic. It's on the top of my recommendation list. If you guys haven't seen the best cameras to buy video I just released, that's on there. So yes. I'm great, Sarah. How are you? Did you ever try one of those toy thermal printer cameras? So yes, and that almost was the one camera I was going to be talking about today, but I'm saving it for maybe the next live stream talking about strange cameras. But yes, I have one. It is the VTech, and I've been meaning to make a video for the last like 2 years. Year. Dave Knobtop as well. He's the one that kind of turned me on to one of those, and we've shot a bunch of stuff with it every time we hang out, but neither of us has made a video. But I do have one, and it's actually really fun. So stay tuned. Maybe the next video that will be, or next live stream about my strange cameras will be, it'll be one of them. Yes, too expensive for the working person. Exactly. If you're talking about the pack film stuff, it's not possible. Because heck, even Super Sense is charging what, $40 per pack, which has one photo or something like that, or is it $40 for 3 photos? I can't remember now. But yeah, it's stupid. This is expensive. It's gone. It's gone. How long, if ever, do you think it will take until Polaroid instant film is either super expensive or no longer manufactured? Wow, great question. I think it'd be a while. I think there's still enough of us buying it, but if you start, if a company starts like slacking and causing quality control issues on their stuff, then less people are going to be purchasing it, which could potentially drive the price up to where they're priced out of a business, basically. And that could very well happen, because Polaroid's quality control lately has been slacking big time. Big time. I used to hold my punches a little bit on that, but not like, but now I'm just like, I don't know. I've wasted a lot of money on Polaroid film in the last like 3 months. And what I mean by that is, I know I've talked about this many times now, but if you don't know, literally Polaroid sent me a pack of film that I purchased. They didn't send it to me to like, hey, here you go, Chris. But I purchased the i2 camera, and it came with 4 or 5 packs of film. I can't remember. When on the first launch day, they included a bunch of film. I would say 3 of those 5. Was it 5? I'm pretty sure it was 5. Yeah, because at least 3. There was 3 packs I know for sure. All had problems. Spread issues. One entire pack was completely... No, 2 packs. You guys saw it happen. The first one I shot, I got 2 photos out of it. The third photo I tried to shoot, it jammed up, and all because the film was loaded wrong inside, and I didn't have a changing bag, so that was all done because they all tried to eject out. It was awful. That one got thrown in the trash, and then I shot another pack from them, and all 8 photos didn't even spread correctly, and I shot them all out of the i2 camera, which was brand new, so Polaroid can't say, oh, you need to clean your rollers. That's what they always say when there's a spread issue or whatever. Oh, you check your roller, you clean them. This is a brand new camera, Polaroid. This is from you. Are you sending me a camera that's dirty? But, so yeah, quality control issues has just been awful, so it's rough. Ooh, yes, great question. I've been waiting to see what happens with their product. Have they ever shipped it? I've been following them for like 3 years now. But I have not seen anything about releasing of it, unless I missed it. But I'm super curious about that, and I would love to shoot that. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, it's basically a Polaroid back to shoot 600 film inside a land pack camera, like a 250 or whatever, like a pack film camera. It's pretty sweet, and I'm very curious about it. Also, what are your thoughts on attempts to bring back Spectra? That is not going to happen. Image system hardware with adapters. Oh, so like adapters, sure. It's not really bringing back Spectra. It's just being able to utilize the cameras again. I mean, you can still use Spectra cameras like I was talking about with this guy. As long as you have a pack of Spectra, which I do, an empty one. I think I should have a second one. Nope, I don't. I only got one. I give that back. You can load in 600 film. You can still shoot it, but it's a little tricky. However, there are some people out there making inserts or adapters. I believe Pola Studio is one of them, where you just put a 600 pack onto this unit and it will go into your Spectra camera and work. That's cool. But that's really the extent of it. Polaroid isn't going to bring that back. I mean, Impossible is the one that killed it. They had it for a bit and then they killed it. Yeah, $111 for 8 shots, and you have to do it yourself. Yeah, it's too much. It's not going to happen. I'm good. And you're not guaranteed a photo as well. A lot of their stuff, most of it is still old and expired stuff. So like, there's been times where people have seen shoot it and there's nothing there, and you pay a lot of money for nothing. Sun 660 or Impulse AF if you had to choose one. Ooh, that's a good question. Ooh, I would maybe the Impulse. I got one back there. Maybe the Impulse. That viewfinder. Looking through that viewfinder is really nice. It's wide angle view. You're able to look through that. It's pretty sweet. And maybe fits in a camera bag slightly better because it's a little thinner. It is a little longer though. I don't know. That's a tough call, but you know what? I would go with the Impulse AF just for the fact that it does have a self timer. Just for that extra feature. That's pretty sweet. So I'd go with that one. But you can't turn the flash off like you can with the 660. Flash is permanently on with the Impulse AF. Super Sense black and white, 3 shots, $55. Okay, that's why I thought it was 3 shots. I couldn't remember if it was more. Now, when I was first looking into it, because which is 2020, it was 3 shots for $35. And then I think it was like a year or two ago, they're like, yeah, we have to increase the price, which I don't understand, because their stock, it's their stock, it's the old stock, it's the same. Unless there's something I don't know, but as far as I understand it, it's the old stock that is just being reused, right? And so why would you increase the price? Doesn't make much sense to me, but I guess they have their reasons. Nothing against them. I applaud their, what they're doing. Good to know about the flash. Probably have to go both now. I mean, honestly, you can find an Impulse AF and a 660 for under $100. Like, I'm talking about buying both of them at the same time. You're probably paying around $50-$60 for the Impulse. Well, yeah, probably for an Impulse, depending on what color you get, as well as the Sun 660. The Impulse AF has multiple colors, and there's rarer colors that cause the price to hike up. But you can get like a standard one, like a black or grayish one. It's like grayish. It's a gunmetal type color. I mean, heck, you can probably find those on Craigslist. I don't know why I said that. Who uses Craigslist anymore? Like Facebook Marketplace for like $20-$30, to be honest. Go on. Spectra ProCam. Spectra ProCam is a good camera. Just recently did a video on it not too long ago, a couple months ago. Or 660/AF. Relevant of the film availability. Well, I mean, one of them's Spectra and you can't get it anymore. But so let's say if Spectra film was still around, which one would I choose? Right? That's how I take that question. Let's see. Let's weigh the pros and cons here. Spectra would have been more expensive anyway because the film was more expensive. Bigger shots though, slightly. Autofocus, I'd probably still go with the Procam if Spectra was still around. That's a good camera. It's a good camera. Greed, probably why. That's probably why. But who knows? There's probably reasons we just don't understand. I thought about getting the adapter to use my Spectra camera with 600 film. Just use a Spectra again, which has been sitting on the shelf. Heck, I would. I mean, I'm interested in it. I want to check it out. I want to work with Pole Studios more, but last time I reached out to him, he didn't respond. I just purchased a Sun 660 non-tested for $30. It's a good deal. I guarantee it'll work. I've never not used a box camera and it didn't work. You use Craigslist. Nice. One of the remaining few. At least in my area, it's just, there's nothing on there anymore. It's just like vacant. Not even used car dealers are posting on there anymore. Like used to go on there, that's all you'd see. It's freaking car dealer. Don't see him much anymore. Don't see him much. But Craigslist, RIP. I used to use it all the time. That's how I advertised when I had my store, to be honest. I'd go on there and post my store advertisements. I was the car dealer of the toy world on there. The good old days. The good old days. But yeah, I just want to talk about 3 cameras today. I thought that made a good start. I got more that I literally right before I went live, I had a pile of cameras sitting here, and I'm like, oh, that's probably too much. That's probably too much. I want to keep these live streams, the Monday streams, to an hour, and then like the surprise ones can be a little bit longer. But I want to try and at least get them to an hour. They're easier for people to come rewatch. But so I like, which ones do I pick? So I chose these 3, and I think they're some pretty cool ones. This one being my favorite. I might even just shoot some. Heck, I think there's film in here. Let's shoot my mug. Let's do it right now. I'm gonna shoot one right now. Let's see what we can get. It's Instax. Oh, that's right. I forgot. That's how you actually do it. There's a proper way. So to reinstall it, you put this down like right here, and then this slides in. Oh wait, I'm not even in the camera. My bad. It slides in. See that? And it locks itself into place. And then you do that to open it. I forgot. But let's take a picture of the Spitfire Club, baby. You guys, this wasn't planned, but hey, go check out the Patreon page. I've been revamping it. Last night I started it, organizing old stuff because Patreon did a massive update. Finally, so you can actually organize things and be able to find videos on there more easily. Like, so I've been creating what they're calling collections. So getting everything like organized in there, like extended episodes of the podcast, which exclusively live there, which I have 2 guests lined up for the podcast this month. Yep, 2 of them. I'm working on a 3rd one actually, and you know them. Probably at least 2 of the 3. 3rd one, I'm sure they've come across. You've probably heard them on here before. Well, they've made appearances on here before, but you know them, you love them. I'm really excited for this month's. Actually, there's another one, but I don't know if when it'll get released, to be honest. But either way, you can watch extended versions of those there. What else is there? Oh, I don't know. Zoom calls. We meet monthly. We sit down. We chat. This month is actually going to be a fun topic, talking about scanning and posting your photos to Instagram. Previously, we had talked about making zines, like these, making them. But we didn't talk about scanning and all that. So I'm actually going to do a tutorial for you. And you can actually just literally face-to-face ask questions. It's super fun. We meet monthly. Ad-free videos, 24-hour early access to videos, and exclusive giveaways. I'm going to be doing one this month. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to be giving away at any level, any tier, even the $1 tier. You can go in, you subscribe, and at the you'll be entered in a giveaway. It's gonna be fun. Consider checking it out. Plus, there's more, like monthly photos sent to your door monthly. I don't know why I pushed the wrong button. Anyway, let's back to topics. But yes, you can get photos sent to your door. It's pretty cool. But let's take a picture of the mug. I think there's still film in here. There's 3 shots left. It's been here for a very long time, so it's gonna be a test of that. But Instax film stuff works flawlessly. Okay, how are we gonna do this? Let's do a wide shot. Wide. Never mind. Let's not do wide. It's not gonna work. It's tricky. It is very tricky. But you have to like kind of line it up. Ooh, it's not very bright. I might need some light. I don't have a light. Well, we're gonna find out. It might be too. Oh, here we go. Perfect. Here we go. We're lined up. Just took a photo. Now to get it out, I found it to be easier to do this. To like reassemble it all. And the cool thing is you can do multiple exposures. You don't have to eject it if you don't want to. But I found it to be simpler to close it. You don't have to, but close it up and then just kind of, where is it? This way. This way. Yeah. Just kind of rotate it. I screwed it up. Oh, there we go. Ah, don't stop. Shoot. I dropped it. Did it. Woo. And now, here's the photo. And now you get to watch it develop live. I could have done that better, but I fumbled through it. But I did it. Don't come at me. But now you can watch it. I don't know the orientation. I can't remember. So I'm going to put it like this. And even though I think I took it upside down. Oh, no, I didn't. Sorry, it's starting to come. All right, let's look at some comments. The little doorbell ring the ProCam makes when you run out of film always brings... I never ran out of film, so I never even got to experience that. There was one photo left in the ProCam, and I gave it back to Caleb and let him finish it off. It was his. If you don't remember, he let me borrow that, and I had it sit on my shelf for 2 years. I'm a bad friend. I'm a very bad friend. And I gave it back to him, and he shot it. And what's worse was when I did that video, if you guys remember, all the photos worked beautifully, the ones I shot. They were fantastic. Let him shoot it. The last photo didn't come out. It didn't spread. It was like bad. It went bad. I'm like, dang it, dude. I feel bad. I don't use Macari a lot. I actually, I don't think I've ever bought anything on there. But I've searched for it for sure for certain things that I've been looking for. But I've never actually... I don't think I've ever bought anything on there. No, I have bought one thing on there once. But yeah. Labor cost. Super Sense are hand making each film, so it's expensive. That's why they made 8 shots. What else does Super Sense do, though? What else do they do? I'm curious. What is the Tasmanian Devil camera? I have one. It's over there. I need to do a video on it. But it's just a 600 camera. There's a box, 600, with the Tasmanian Devil theme. It's pretty sweet. What is that? Yeah, pretty much. It's awesome. It's not really a camera. I'm using it as one, though, if you're just joining in. But it is a phone scanner. Phone screen. It's like a Polaroid lab, but for Instax. No batteries required. But you can use it as a macro camera. As I'm trying to demonstrate here. But it's going to be too dark. Didn't have enough light, like I was saying. But you can get some beautiful photos. If you didn't see the ones I showed earlier, they're amazing. Normally, I have one of those RGB pocket lights set to daytime color, though, right next to it, and just blasting it, and then taking the shot. But this was, I mean, it's not terrible. It could be better. It could be better. Holga. I've never used the Holga. I know Lomography has one that shoots square, but I've seen some reviewers. I think Sweet Lou did a review on it, and all of them came out just ridiculously vignetted. But yeah, that's as much as I know about it. Haven't used it. But again, next year, 2024, I'm diving really into Instax, so you might see that stuff. Oh, that's what it is. Yes, the key pics. Yeah, so normally when I'm sitting down, I would just grab it, hold it, and then just like twirl it, and I get fine. But you can kind of see where the lines are, maybe on camera. I'm not sure, but they do go away. They don't stay for too long. Wait for it. Do you watch Psych? My favorite TV show of all time. Oh, wait. I already messed with that one. It looks pretty bad, I think. This one? Well, yeah, I didn't have enough light. Didn't have enough light. But, let me show you what you can get if you guys didn't see it. Oh, wait. There's 2 more. There was more. Look at this. So I didn't show you those. Look at that. Those were taken with the key picks. Look at those. It's freaking insane. Right? Look at that. It's wild. And then these were the other ones I showed earlier. But yeah, you can get some sweet photos. You just have to make sure you have the right lighting source. And this lighting source was not right. But yeah, you get some sweet photos. Oh, Amigo. I know what you're saying. I thought you were talking about Holga. The Holga. You're saying Hola Amigo. There is the Amigo as well. No, I don't have it. I'm looking at my shelf. My shelf's over there. That's one I don't own. It's a pretty cool camera, though. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. They are great. And it was old film. Yeah, this film was from... I haven't shot with this since 2021, probably. I mean, I've shot some last year, but it was, I think, with leftover film from 2021. Because there's still 2 shots left on this. So I think it's 2021 film. But Instax is, it's fine. I wish I had my pocket light. I'd try again. It's way over there. I can't reach it. I don't want to get up. Oh, your hair. Bam. Wait, I'm looking for something else to take a picture of instead of the mug. What else can I take a picture of? Let's try this again. Oh, well, no. Come on, there's got to be something cool around here. I got enough junk. Right? What's this? I got stuff. I feel like what's his name from Thor Ragnarok? My stuff. Here we go. I'll get up and grab this Stormtrooper. He's a little dusty. We got a Stormtrooper. Lego Stormtrooper. Here we go. Live. Doing this live. Let's see what we can get. Wish he had like a blaster or something. Okay, there's that. Got him framed up. Or posed. Turn this on. Blast him. Get some good light up on there. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Pressure's on now. Pressure is now on. It's the last thing we're going to do before we wrap up, guys. And gals. I think I'm going to do it this way. Oh, I can't see. I'm going to have to stand up for this one. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to try it. I guess I could move him over here. Okay. Okay. There we go. Oh, wait. How do I move the tape? Oh, there we go. Push it out of the way. Okay. The tape is my focusing. If you guys are just joining, don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Here we go. It looks sort of lined up. Here we go. I moved it, but I think it's okay. All right. I don't know if that was correct. Hopefully that was fully extended. Hopefully that was fully extended. Hopefully I did it right. I'm trying to rush it, but I should be taking my time. Let's see what happens. Again, this is not meant to be used this way, but that's how I'm using it. So this is how I do it. Come on. What the heck? Is it all gone? Did I? Oh, maybe I did use it all. Hey, it said 2 photos. Now it says 0. What's going on? Was there no more in here? It was empty. But it said 2. That was my last shot. Bummer. I tried. It was all gone. Dang it! I was really confident in that too. I don't have any other film nearby. It's all the way over there. I tried. Let's see here. I gotta run. See you later. I have not. Well, no, I've used that one. I actually personally haven't used that one. A friend of mine has it. It's a good camera. Take one on my shoe. I don't have a shoe on, and no more film. 2 years sitting in the camera and it still works fine. That's wild. I wonder if a Polaroid will. So yeah, Instax, you don't have to worry about it. Instax just works. I've used film that was taken out of the wrapper. There's no exact date for sure, but I bought a camera from somebody that had a film in there that was brand new in the box with it was like, at the time it was that 2014 film, and there was one of pack just open, no wrapper at all, so probably safe to assume it was as old, and I shot it and it was perfect, no issue. There is no like official way, but you can go on Facebook Marketplace and buy it, but you're pretty much a guarantee that you're buying stolen film, especially if you're finding it for like $10 a box. I see that on there quite a bit. Now, there is a guy that I know that goes to Amazon, I can't, like, what is it called? It's like the freight, like the damaged freight stuff, and they have just like a warehouse they open in the mornings and just a flood of people go in, and there's just pallets everywhere, and sometimes you buy things by the pallet and it's just returns or damaged freight, things like that. And he gets Polaroid film quite a bit, and his story seems to check out, and I've bought some from him before. He seems okay, but you gotta vet your people. Even him, I'm still a little leery about, because sometimes I'll be able to snatch up film from him for like $10 a box. He's like, yeah, I just was in the freight stuff, damaged, whatever. And every time the boxes are damaged, but the film's been fine. So that's a way that you can find someone that does that, or you go do it yourself. But the best way to get cheap film isn't the way you would normally think. I've done a video on this years ago, but look for people selling cameras that have film packs with it. For example, I purchased a SX70 camera that came with an I-type camera. It came with the Mint flash bar. I think so. Yeah, I think the Mint flash bar, the Mint lens kit, a bunch of accessories and things, right? And then I bought it. I kept the SX70 and I kept all the film because there was like 8 packs of film, and I sold the rest and I got my money back. So essentially I got the SX70 and the film for free. So that's a workaround if you want, but that's really the only best way you can do it with like ease of conscience, I guess, because you don't want to be spending money on film that you're suspicious of being stolen, because especially if it's being taken from like Targets or Walmarts and things, they're not going to restock it anymore, and therefore there's no more money going back into Polaroid or Instax's pocket, or Fuji's pocket, such as hurts the company is in the long run that's making the film that you like to shoot. So we want to try and at least support them as best we can. Yes, even Polaroid, I know I've talked negative about them from time to time. Honestly, they are still my favorite to shoot. I mean, look at my freaking book I just showed you earlier. It's pretty much all Polaroid. It doesn't matter. Oh, there's an Instax. But it doesn't matter what page I turn to, it's pretty much a 99% chance that it's going to land on a freaking Polaroid photo. Yes, I love Polaroid. But they frustrate me. But yeah, we want to try and support them because we want to keep them going for as long as we can. So the best way to get cheap film is do some legwork, put in the effort, try and find that stuff, buy it, sell, that's just the best way. Sometimes you make money. Yeah, I mean, or get it for free. Where is it? There it is. Wow. It's an interesting camera to try. Technically, it's not a camera, but it kind of is at the same time. That camera looks like an obscure niche. It is. Janky, not camera. But hey, it's fun. I just used some Instax Mini from 2017. It was also perfect. Exactly. It's fine. The stuff, Instax just works flawlessly. But that's where I want to wrap it on up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. You want to see more of crazy cameras with Chris? Maybe that's what I'll call it. Crazy cameras with Chris. Not Chris's crazy cameras, because that kind of implies that I've created them. But let me know, leave some comments, let's chat, and be sure to go check out the Patreon page. I'm adding things right now, revamping it all. Revamping it? Yes, things that you probably never even seen, even if you are a member. You'll be able to have access to it that otherwise was very difficult to find. They did a massive update. And I'm still working on it. There's still more things I can do to it. But I'm also going to probably, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, I'm going to do a 7-day free trial for you guys too. So if you guys just want to see what it's about in there, you can. I might wait till closer to the Zoom call. That way you can get into the Zoom call with the free trial. See if you guys even like it. Because that's a new feature that they freaking started. Finally. I've been using Patreon forever. I almost did OnlyFans, but not for what you think it is. That's where the joke came from. Because I legitimately researched the features of it, because if you guys don't know the history, wow, we're ended on this topic, it's kind of funny, but if you guys don't know what OnlyFans was supposed to be, it was supposed to be everything that Patreon wasn't. Just people left Patreon to create that. It was awesome, but then people used it for like what they use it for now. But I did look into it, and man, they got some great features to be able to offer such so much cool things, and easier access, like give people trials and things like that. But finally Patreon has implemented something like that. So I'm going to be offering that probably later in the month, now I think about it, because at our next meeting, is going to be about scanning, prepping, the software that I use, all of your photos, how do you post them? That's a big question I get all the time. How do I do that? What do I use? Do I use an app? No, I don't use an app. I use Photoshop. But it doesn't mean you can't use an app. And I'll be showing you options for that as well. I'm really excited for that. I haven't officially announced it to the Patreon members yet, so you guys are getting an exclusive. But I'll be posting that tonight. But if you guys want to check it out, there's a link in the description below. Plus, you can get photos sent to your door every single month. Not only just regular, like standard photos like everyone else does, but I do send originals. And there's only a couple slots left for that. I send original one-of-a-kind photos. It's pretty sweet. Amongst other things too. So, and plus giveaway. I'm doing a giveaway this month. I don't know what I'm giving away, but it's going to be exclusively for members. And plus you can get access to the cool t-shirt. But yeah, there you go. There's the sales pitch. Polaroid will die not anytime soon. I don't think so. I'm rapid firing these. Polaroid doesn't have any way to do wholesale order on film. If you have a store, yes. But I think the discount isn't very big, but yes, you can do wholesale if you have your reseller's permit, and you should be able to look into it if you're a business. Thanks, brother. Have a great night. You too. OF just another feet channel. Now I'm not doing that. Not doing that. I'm doing the cameras, and I was wondering, what does Polaroid get a lot of hate from the community? Oh, why does it? Because of their quality control issues. That's primarily it. And you have to baby it. But I still hanging in there with them. But there you go. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna load this up, and I'm pretty sure it's updated. And it's updated. It's working. I'm smart. I know what I'm doing. It's not like I don't do this for a living. That being creating like studios for clients as well as myself. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one next Monday, every Monday, 3 p.m. I get out there. Make some art.